I'm going to talk a little bit about childcare. As an international nurse or a nurse transitioning, or if you've migrated here, there are certain things that you want to consider. Sometimes, you're here in the States or in whichever country you're going to be, and there's no family member available to assist with childcare. And sometimes that can be very costly for you. So these are just some tips that you will need to think about depending on your location, what kind of childcare services you're looking for. Are you looking for like a nanny? These are certain things that you would love to take into consideration. But before we do that, I'm going to have you please go ahead, like, share, subscribe to the channel, turn that notification bell on so that way you can be alerted of my newly released video. The prices for childcare varies because it depends on what kind of childcare services you're looking for. Are you looking for home-based childcare services? Are you looking for a preschool, or are you looking for a nanny? So it depends on what you're looking for, then the price is going to vary based on that. Availability. So for example, you have a toddler, you have a neonate, an infant. Is that service available to take or care for your infant, your toddler? Or is it a case where they're only seeing children from say 5 years, 6 years old and above? So you have to take into consideration the availability of the service if they are going to be able to care for your child who is of a certain age group. And then you want to look at the type of care. Is it going to be like a child care services? Is it going to be home-based nanny services, or is it going to be like a preschool? So you want to take that into consideration. The quality of the service that is being provided by these childcare services. Are they trained? Do they have certain certification like basic life support training? So flexibility is one thing that is going to be key important to you, because as a nurse working in the industry, you will need some form of flexibility with childcare, because depending on what shift you'll be taking, if you'll be working night shift or if you'll be working day shift, you want to ensure that if you have no relatives here, you have some form of coverage during that time period. So you want to choose either a childcare service that is 24-hour, or you want to have one that will, do after hours, like say after 6 o'clock, then they probably start charging probably $10 per hour or something like that, in order to ensure that you have a place to keep your child when you're out, especially if you're single or if both parents are working odd hours. You also want to look at their parental involvement. What is required of you during the time that the child will be in their care? Is it a case where you're going to have to be signing on to certain apps? Are you going to have to participate in certain programs or be there on certain days? Is it the case where you're going to have to prep their meals? So these are things you have to take into consideration. The education approach that they have, is it a home-based program or childcare service where you're not really obligated to do certain things, or is it a preschool or a school where you're sending them, so there's going to be a certain curriculum that they'll have to follow? So these are certain things that you have to take into consideration. Nutrition, is it going to be available at the school or at the childcare center, or is the case where you're going to have to get up in the mornings and prep their meals and send it to school with them? You want to take that into consideration. Navigating childcare services here in America can be stressful. It requires a lot of work, a lot of research into trying to figure out what's happening for you and your child. You have to just take into consideration the cost that is going to be associated, convenience, and the quality of care that will be provided by these places or these home-based services. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment below, and in the meantime, I would still love for you to go like, share, subscribe to the channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of my newly released video.